Within the last 24 hours, we've learned a lot about that alleged gunman, Cole Allen from Torrance. He is a registered voter in LA County, but he's not registered with either political party. According to his LinkedIn profile, he's a trained mechanical engineer who graduated from Caltech back in 2017. Just last year, he earned his master's in computer science from Cal State Dominguez Hills. Allen describes himself as an indie game developer, and one such game credited to him is described on its Steam page as a skill-based, non-violent fighting game. Also last year, he posted to LinkedIn that he was named Teacher of the Month at the education company where he's believed to be currently employed.
In the hours after the shooting, when authorities learned that Cole Allen lived in Torrance, they descended on his home trying to learn more. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes is live in Torrance for us this evening with exclusive video you'll only see here on Eyewitness News. Rob.
Yeah, residents here stunned to find out that the D.C. shooting suspect lived right over there at his parents' home. Now, meantime, we're learning that right before the shooting, he sent a message to his family spelling out his plans. Cole Allen, a 31-year-old Caltech engineering graduate and college prep tutor, now in custody, accused of opening fire at the White House Correspondents Dinner. ABC News quoting sources that say Allen sent a message describing himself as, quote, a friendly federal assassin. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche saying it does appear that Allen was targeting people in the Trump administration, including the president. And an Eyewitness News exclusive, we interviewed a man who appeared to be Allen when he was a student at Caltech.
The idea with this is to prevent it from moving at all.
We found him at an aging conference. He had designed a new way to make wheelchairs safer.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground.
That was back in 2017. Today, according to his LinkedIn profile, Allen was working for C2 Education, a private company that prepares students for college entrance exams. That profile claiming C2 actually named him its Teacher of the Month in December 2024. In a written statement, the company today saying, we were shocked to hear the news of the horrifying incident that transpired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. We are cooperating fully with law enforcement to assist them in their investigation. Violence of any kind is never the answer. Allen describes himself online as developing this video game called Boredom, what he calls an atomic fighting game. On the gaming platform Steam, one of the popular tags used to find it was Bullet Hell. Another was Shooter.
I was shocked. I didn't believe it. I thought, no, they're just saying that.
Today, Allen's Torrance neighbors are left reeling after finding out he's the man arrested in the D.C. shooting.
It's really surprising, really shocking. I'm sad for his family. You know, his parents are good people. They don't deserve this. They're school teachers, solid, like really solid members of the community.
Now, sources tell Associated Press that Allen's brother called police in Connecticut once he saw the message that his brother sent, but that call came 2 hours after the shooting. Meantime, Allen's sister told investigators that Allen bought the weapons legally in California and he kept them here at his parents' house without his parents knowing. Reporting live in Torrance, Rob Hayes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Rob Hayes, thank you. And stay with Eyewitness News for the latest on the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner and that suspect's local ties.
A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons, and he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly.
Breaking news at 5 a.m., gunshots ringing out outside the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. The suspected shooter has been identified as a man from Torrance.
Surveillance video shows him sprinting through the lobby of the Washington Hilton, moving past Secret Service agents who drew their guns to take him down.
This morning, the investigation stretches to Southern California as law enforcement agents try to put those pieces together.
This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
Thank you for being with us on this Sunday morning. I'm Tim Caputo.
And I'm Abigail Velez in for Irene Cruz. This morning we have live team coverage on the shooting as we learn more about the suspected gunman from Torrance.
We do want to begin with Eyewitness News reporter Monica De Anda, who is live near the suspect's home in Torrance with the very latest there. Monica.
Tim, Abigail, good morning. Yeah, we are actually in the neighborhood of the 31-year-old suspect, Cole Allen. He is accused of firing shots at last night's White House Correspondents' Dinner. This is actually his home right behind us. You may be able to see lights are on. We've seen who appear to be federal agents going in and out of the home in the time that we've been here. So still a lot of activity, but it is definitely more quiet than what we saw here last night. Take a look. This video appears to show the moment that FBI agents swarmed this neighborhood, specifically this home here on Gramercy Avenue in Torrance late last night. The law enforcement response was massive and included FBI agents in tactical gear and armored vehicles. Now check this out. At one point, Air 7 video appears to show federal agents speaking with people who live inside of that home. Later, it appeared spotlights were focused on the second-story window and the front door. Agents finally made entry shortly before midnight. And as this was all unfolding, the mayor of Torrance spoke to us right here at the scene.
The city of Torrance is a very friendly and a safe city. You know, an incident like this, you know, puts us on the national spotlight. And of course, you know, we're against violence of any kind, you know, political, racial, any type. And you know, we're very, very happy that the first responders agencies in D.C. captured the perpetrator immediately. But you know, the fact that his home is here doesn't define, you know, the city of Torrance this way. You know, the action of one person does not represent the entire city.
Here's what we're just learning about the suspect. 31-year-old Cole Allen graduated from Caltech in 2017 and from Cal State University Dominguez Hills in 2025. That's according to representatives for both schools. According to a LinkedIn page connected to the suspect, Allen is a trained mechanical engineer who now works as a tutor. His current employer, C2 Education, named Allen Teacher of the Month just last year. Allen is in custody and is believed to have been acted alone in this. Now, we've also learned 2 firearms and multiple knives were recovered. And as we come back out here live again, fairly quiet on the street, but still a lot of activity going on inside of that home here behind us. And we do know that Allen is expected to be arraigned in court on Monday. Reporting live in Torrance, Monica de Anda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Certainly a busy overnight morning there in Torrance. Thank you, Monica. Again, this all started at the White House Correspondents Dinner in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, the shooting forced President Donald Trump and other top officials to be rushed from the room. ABC's Allison Cossack continues our team coverage from Washington.
This morning, investigators are working to piece together what led up to the gunfire at the Washington Hilton. According to D.C. police, just after 8:30 Saturday night, a gunman charged a Secret Service checkpoint armed with a handgun, a shotgun, and multiple knives. Authorities say law enforcement quickly engaged, exchanging gunfire with the suspect. The suspect has been identified as 31-year-old Cole Allen. A Secret Service officer was hit in the vest and taken to the hospital. Officials say he is expected to recover.
This individual was intent on doing as much harm and as much damage as he could.
D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the suspect was stopped before more damage could be done. U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Janine Pirro, says the suspect is in custody and facing several charges.
Right now, the defendant is being charged with 2 counts, 924C, using a firearm during a crime of violence, and a second crime under 111, which is assault on a federal officer using a dangerous weapon.
Law enforcement sources tell ABC News searches tied to the suspect are now underway in both Southern California and Washington, D.C. Investigators have recovered the suspect's phone and other devices and are working to obtain warrants to examine them. Preliminary information indicates the suspect traveled from Los Angeles to Chicago and then on to Washington in the days leading up to the incident. Authorities say they are now reconstructing his movements and contacts before he arrived at the hotel. Officials say the suspect suffered a knee injury during the takedown and is expected to recover. Inside the ballroom, witnesses and the White House travel pool describe hearing loud bangs as Secret Service agents quickly evacuated the president, First Lady, Vice President, and other senior officials. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Governor Gavin Newsom reacting to the shooting at the White House Correspondents Dinner. Newsom posted on X that he is relieved that everyone is safe and that, quote, a free press is foundational to our country. Violence is never acceptable.
ABC News senior political correspondent Rachel Scott was in the ballroom when the gunshots rang out.
Here's her immediate reaction after President Trump was evacuated.
Just a dramatic end to the White House Correspondents Dinner. Terrifying. We were sitting at the table here right next to the president when all of a sudden Secret Service rushed in. The president was then rushed off of the stage along with the entire cabinet as members here in this ballroom ducked for cover. I'll tell you, I've not seen moments like this since I was with the president in Butler, Pennsylvania during that attempted assassination.
Now, Rachel there was referring to the 2024 attempted assassination on then presidential candidate Trump at a Pennsylvania campaign rally. We will continue our coverage on the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner and the suspect's local ties later on in the newscast. We will also bring you the latest updates both on air and online on the free ABC 7 Los Angeles app.